Alright, just got this delivered from UPS. I ordered this I think 3 days ago. But oh, this is nice. Look at that. Nice burlap tile. Well, maybe not burlap. It's like a linen bag. Nice bag. So this is SW Motech, Germany. German company, right? So I had a SW Motech bag on my. Oh, it's not very. I guess it's slightly brown. I ordered the brown and slightly brown. Looks, you can barely tell it's brown. But I had one of these bags on my Moto Guzzi. The guy that I bought it from, the guy that I bought the Moto Guzzi from, he had one bag. He only had one side, which I guess works, but you know, yeah. So I like the bag. It was pretty nice, and I love the mounting system. The mounting system is really easy. It is a soft bag, you know. I wanted a soft bag. I don't want the. So this is the inner bag. This is the dry bag. So that way it keeps your stuff dry. Obviously, this is a you know, this is a, was it like a canvas style dry bag. Something like this. Where's the that puts on. Oh, these are far. This hooks on like so. Both sides. That. And it mounts onto the bike. So yeah, we have two bags, and obviously the mounting rack. Mounting rack for them. So I got this because not just because it's nice, but because it matches the bike, the style of the bike, right? So the SpeedTwin. The SpeedTwin is, you know, has the retro style, right? So about as close as you get. And then I guess you can also do like leather bags. Leather is always retro, right? But for some reason the leather doesn't look quite right, I don't think, on this bike. So canvas bag, it looks more appropriate, I think. Hardware. Where's the hardware over this? Here's the hardware. So a couple bolts, which is right here. These two bolts go something like, well, actually this is the wrong side. Something like that. So that's the two bolts that goes right here. And this one right here goes where the shock mount is. Yeah, so that's how you put it on. Yeah, so that's the stuff. All right, so let's put this SW Motech parts together. So this is gonna be the front, right? And the two holes mounting here is the rear. So here's the front and rear on this. One thing that's not right it's not accurate. It's the numbers of oh, okay, I see what they did. So I was looking at this list here. I thought, yeah, I see it says 1, 2, 3. I thought that was how many parts there were, but it's not. That's the steps. Step 1, 2, 3. Anyways, so again, that's the front. These two are the rear. So you have 3 of these little conical shaped things. You see the inside countersunk aluminum pieces. So that's these 2 screws right here, and this one right here, and this one right here is this stainless spacer washer thing. Also has a conical shape to fit to mate right there like that. And you need a 4mm and a 5mm Allen head. So let's put these in. Put a couple drop of medium strength Loctite. Right, medium strength is basically that's what blue Loctite. What's commonly known as blue Loctite. So those goes in the back piece and the middle piece for that. Should be good enough. Maybe. Remember, you don't need to make it too tight because your Allen key is only a 4mm, so 4mm is not very, doesn't require that much torque. And if you put too much torque in it, it'll strip the head here. And you notice how I hold it. I don't hold the wrench down here. That's gonna be too much leverage. I hold it right here, just as if I was holding an Allen key. Right? Allen key is usually about that long, right? So I want to make sure the head's out of the way in, the tool's out of the way in before I crank it down. That's it. Last one is looks like the last one's a 5mm. All right, so after that, this one is also, I think, a 5. Yep. So let's Loctite these other screws first. Actually, yeah, let's Loctite these screws first. So a couple drops should be enough. So. All right, let's go up to the bike. Here's the bike, here's the shock mount. You want me to take off this one. So this is an 8mm. So this one has Loctite on it. See the Loctite right there. So get a wire brush, brush off the old Loctite, clean it up. All right, there's gonna be Loctite in the thread in here. All right? There's gonna be Loctite in here. So what you do to remove as much of that out as you can is to screw this back in. Actually, it's probably, some of it's probably broken up, so you blow into it, blow that dust out, whatever Loctite dust particles, then you screw the bolt back in. Screw the bolt back in. Just with the wrench a little faster. Screw it in. You don't need to tighten it. Just all you need to do is just screw it in to break loose the Loctite some more. So before I put the bolt in, the threads were pretty clean. If you look at now, you actually see some Loctite on here. So that's the Loctite breaking up. Blowing it some more, clean it out a little bit. Brush this a little bit more. So what you want to do is you want to do this a few times to make sure all the old Loctite's out. The thing with the Loctite is once you break it up, once you break it up, you can't really reuse it. It's no good anymore. So you try to put new Loctite in there with the old Loctite still on there. The old Loctite will interfere with the new Loctite, and the new Loctite won't work properly. That's the reason why you want to clean the threads out as much as you can. Now you want to be really anal about this. You could chase the threads. You put a little, use a tap and die to clean up the threads. But I'm not going to do that. I think this what I'm doing right now is good enough. So, all right. So from here, I locked out the other two bolts already. I'm going to tighten this one as well. So again, a couple drops. So what you want to do is you want to get that washer. The washer goes back in first, and the bolt goes in like that. So it's the bolt goes through, then the washer, then onto the then screw the bolt in. So I'm not really tightening down, just hand tight right now, right? So I want to go here and pull those down. Actually, I'll turn it back like half a turn. Wrong size there. All right, so here. Screw these on. Sometimes the holes are not perfectly aligned. That's usually because something's a little bit off. I think in this case, the thing that's off is right here. The angle, this angle here doesn't sit flush. It's possible because I have the Ohlins, and the Ohlins, the shock spacing bushing is a little bit wider than factory. So that might be throwing it off a little bit. This one's still a little bit off. Okay. Looks like I have to kind of push down this corner here to straighten it out. Flatten it out. It could be, I wonder if it, no, it's not. I was gonna say, I wonder if it's the welds, because the welds on this right here, sometimes the weld could like stand up higher than the metal in here, and that could cause the bulge to make this thing lift up, so it's not aligned. So again, since it's a small boat, 4mm, or excuse me, 5mm, I'm just holding it right here so I don't get too much leverage on it, cause it to strip. Remember, it has Loctite on it, so the Loctite will prevent it from backing out or anything like that. Okay, this one. All right, that's it. So that's done. So that's what it looks like afterwards. All right. So it doesn't distract too much from the look of the bike. All right. Let's put a bag on there. Let's grab one of these bags here. Let's put the bag on. So again, this little spacer, the one with the stainless, is in the front, and that's how it works. Is because of the nature of how the this works. So this is the front right here, and this side's the front, that's the rear. All right, so this the front is where the clip is, where it locks on. All right, so the little nub of stainless that sticks out goes into that little hole space right there. All right, so you push it in from the front, you line up these slots. All right, you line up the slots, the grooves right here. Groove in there, groove and groove. So you line it up with the bag, and just push it. Oops, it's not lined up. There it is. Now once it's lined up, just push it down and backwards, and snap right in. That's it. All right. And to take it out, same thing. The little thingamabob right here, just squeeze down on this, and slide it forward and up. That's it. Here's what the bag looks like. All right, let's get the seat on and let's see how it looks with the seat on. I'll grab the seat real quick. Where's my seat? There's my seat. So my seat right here, I have a little dry bag that I put on here for temporarily, but I think I'm gonna take off the dry bag now that I have the two saddle bags. Just can't get the alignment right. But anyways, it looks something like that. All right. So it doesn't distract too much from the bike, right? If you take this off, again, it doesn't really distract too much from the look of the bike, right? Because it's very small. It's not like a lot of other brand saddlebags, racks, where it's like really big and bulky and it looks kind of goofy. This one looks good. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching. All right, so one thing with saddlebags on the Triumphs, and it seems like this is pretty much true with any of the Triumph modern classics, is that if you have saddlebags, the passenger leg right here, they're not able to put their feet where they normally would. So see if my feet right here is now it's against the bag, and basically the peg is, you know, it's at my the arc of my feet. So that's not, you know, that's not a very good position. It's not comfortable. You know, maybe every once in a while you can move it to the spot, but normally that's not comfortable, right? So let's take this off and see where your feet would normally be. Your feet would normally be, you know, around the balls of the feet or so. Sometimes, you know, you want to move it around to give it, you know, give your leg some to stretch your legs a little bit. But normally, you know, you want your feet to be right there, but it's not. It's right there. It's right here. Then now you have to look at the rider. Look how much space there is right here. You know, basically the width of my hand. If the rider's on the ball of the feet, oh, now the rider's heel will hit the balls of the feet of the passenger. So the rider has to basically be like like that too, at the arc of the feet. Basically at the shifting position. In this case, if shifting, or if you're on the other feet, it would be at the braking position. You can't really put it back to balls of feet where it should be. So that's the downside to using saddlebags on the Triumph Modern Classics. As far as I know, pretty much, or at least what I've seen anyways, pretty much all the other styles of saddlebags, it's like that as well. It's like it's right there. You really, don't have any space, leg room, feet room for the passenger because the saddlebag's in the way. It'd be nice if it was, back another, I don't know, 4 inches further back, but it's not. I guess it would kind of look kind of weird because it's already pretty far back now. If it was further back, it would stick out like that. So that would look kind of weird. So probably that's why all the saddlebag makers, they make it, more forward than rear. But I think part of it is the nature of the design of the bike itself. Just the placement of everything, like other bikes, modern style bikes. It's a little bit different, I think. But it also depends on the size of the bags too, right? So if you have really small saddlebags, then maybe you have more room. But in this case, not so much. So that's all I wanted to point out.